Hi, CG here, and today we're going to be making one of these DIY mini sketchbook. Why? Because I've had this thing for a long time now, right? But I don't really like the feeling of this anymore. It's very clumpy and crusty, and I got some things that I just don't really want anymore. Just gonna have to trash them, but there is still a lot of empty pages, so I kind of really want to use that. We're gonna repurpose it a little bit, maybe. Also, maybe add some of these there because this has also empty papers in it. But I guess the fun part about this video is I will actually be following my own tutorial from a video that I made and posted literally 5 years ago. This right here is my video. This is going to be interesting because I cannot remember what I did. Like honestly, like I'd love for my past me to help me right now. I cannot remember how I made those. I do remember making a lot of DIY sketchbooks though. Like I even made like a big and fat one. Like I'll get it. I'll get it right now. Look at this thing. This is heavy and thick, and I like big, heavy, thick books. And I don't even know how I made this. Like, how did I do this? How did I do this? It's like I don't even know who I was. And actually, I remember being pretty. Oh, that's upside down. I remember being pretty proud of this freaking sketchbook though because I filled it up. I remember using like a very bad quality, quote unquote, watercolor paper on this one. I guess I was just not thinking at all when I'm drawing anything in here. And that's why it's so much enjoyable working on this. Like I actually finished this sketchbook so fast. Anyway, let's get started, eh? You know what? This actually feels like I'm also like reacting to my old videos. Like, watch me react to my old cringy videos. I don't know, but I legit have not seen this in forever, so I don't know how I did here. Let's see. I bothered with intros before, guys. Oh yeah, and now I used to be called Color Nix.
Hi, Nixie here, and today we're gonna make our own small sketchbook.
Just so you know, I go by Nixie before as well. Also, wow, the audio. I think we improved a lot with the audio, and I'm happy about that. Okay.
Sorry if the audio is gonna be kind of messy because I'm going with this without a script. Anyway, so we're gonna use this
I still go about stuff right now without a script. I think it feels more natural.
watercolor pad. This is only 200 GSM, but it is good for watercoloring. Nevertheless, I have made my own sketchbook before, but I was using a very bad paper. So, yeah. I decided not to show it, but at least this time this is a decent paper. So
I was dreading this part because I'm gonna have to cut the paper on my notebook. I forgot I had that cutter. What the heck? Okay.
what I'm doing right now
Cool.
is I'm
Where are my
just
stuffs?
cutting the extra bits, and then here I decided to cut it in 3. And when I was done with that, I am going
Why do I
to
sound so
fold
young?
all of the paper.
I mean, it was 5 years ago. I guess I was 5 years younger.
So individually, I'm going to fold them, and this actually took a little bit.
How long is
because
this video?
There's like a lot of
13 minutes.
here.
Not bad.
So yeah. Now decided to divide all of the papers in 3. So I think each of these have 17 folded papers on it. So 17 times 2, 34. So each little sketchbook has 34
Apparently, I'm
pages.
teaching everyone friggin'
Then
math
I
as
put
well.
some
Wow.
marks. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just marked where I folded it because that is where I'm going to like sew them all together. I pre
All the way I'm struggling to talk, dude.
poked all of those edges so that it will be
Ah!
easier once
It
I
sounds
started
I
sewing
sound
them all
so much like a
together.
freaking baby. What the freak? Okay, that's
In
what I
here,
did.
it's gonna be hard for me to
That's
explain
smart.
what
That's smart.
exactly
Really smart.
I'm doing here, but
Pre-poke it.
I'm hoping that you guys can just see it, because if I try to explain that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be even more confusing if I try to like. It's hard for me to explain it, especially in English. I mean, it's hard. It's gonna be hard for me in Filipino or Tagalog.
Still
So
hard
more
for
so
me
in
to
English.
explain
But yeah,
stuff.
just hope
Till the
you
day.
guys can see what I'm trying to do here. And this is just the first page. So I think what I'm doing here, you don't have to necessarily poke all through that, but I think for now it's just really the appearance for purposes. Just wanted like a straight thread going there. It made it much easier when I pre-poked all of the paper. So yeah, but this is like the longest part, or the longest process, because you definitely have to sew each of the paper. And I decided to do this so that I can spread the sketchbook flat. Some people like sew them in 3 pages and stuff like that, and those kinds of binding doesn't really have like a flat spread. So yeah, I decided to do this individually.
Uh, I'm such a baby. It seems like I did some research, huh? Though I do remember I just came up with this like technique to shoot things together. I tend to do that because I tend to like DIY my clothes a lot, or like fix my clothes by myself. So yeah, I just like sewing. I used to sew like tiny little plushies actually. I can't find them anymore, but yeah. Damn, this is a good music. What happened to this music? Where's this? Is this
When
copyright
you're
free?
done with that, it's supposed to look like this. And I'm pretty sure the one on the right is more loose, and the one on the left is so much tighter. And I
Uh,
think it looks better if you sew them together tighter, because it's not wiggly like this one, like the one on the right, and it just looks way better. But you have to be careful when sewing them together too tightly, because you might tear the paper, and you really don't want that to happen.
you can hear that I'm also like learning something while I'm teaching people how I do stuff. Yeah, I still do that a lot. I keep learning,
And now I'm just getting the
finding out new
measurements of
stuff.
the spine and the height and the width of the sketchbook, because we're about to do the cover. And
Wow.
of
I am so impressed by the way I edit videos before. What happened? What happened to the creativity? Where did it go?
course, I'm using Kellogg's box for it, because why not? So the measurements that I got, because the whole paper was 12 by 9, I have here 4.5 inches width with the height of 4 inches, and I think the spine was 2 centimeter wide. And then I just cut it, and here I'm not cutting all the way through on the spine, just giving it a little cut so I can easily fold it like so. And as you can see, the paper sits perfectly inside of the cover.
I must say though, past me, I'm proud of you. Look at this. Look at this. This is actually really cute. I like it. I can see why a lot of people still watches
And then
this
here, I
till today.
realized I wanted the spine to actually fold with the papers when you spread it, because if not,
Look at that
it's not
smart,
gonna
smart.
spread flat. So here I'm just doing the same thing, just cutting a little bit on the spine, so when you open the book like so, it folds with it. And I use a cloth to cover up the cover. So I just
Definitely not gonna use a cloth this time though. I don't think so. Only because I don't know if I still have this cloth. I probably do, to be honest with you. But yeah, should I use the cloth or some other technique? Actually, who knows? We'll find out once I actually start working on it.
put the same measurements of the cover but left few centimeters so that I can go ahead and fold that into the paper and on the cardboard cereal box cover. And I'm
Actually,
just
maybe I
cutting the
have like
edges or the
old
corners
shorts or
here so
something.
that when
Could
I
use that.
fold them together, it doesn't get bulky.
Look how I'm so careful with it. I still have the same glue gun.
I'm also cutting a little bit on the spine area here so I can fold it easily later. And then I took the cardboard cover, and the first thing that I'm gonna attach is the spine area. So to make sure that I'm getting like the exact middle. I also use a glue gun. I would suggest you use like a fabric glue maybe, but glue gun works for me, so that's fine. I don't have fabric glue, and I don't know if it's gonna stick on the cardboard as well. Once I'm done attaching the spine first, I took the paper and then put it in the middle because we're gonna stick the cloth into the last and the first page. And then I just use my glue gun again.
Honestly, I could do that cleaner.
First gluing the top and the bottom here. The fabric is stretching it a little bit. It doesn't want to stay close, but we have a solution for that later on. The solution that I have actually to keep the cover close is with Sanrio. Sanrio is like just a small
Sanrio.
rubber.
I still have a
People
lot
use
of
it
those.
for
I
their
think I still
hair,
have the same
but
plastic
I
of like
don't really,
100
so
Sanrios in it.
I'm just gonna use
Because I
it
don't
for
use it
this small sketchbook.
on my hair. That wasn't bad. That was an actual like that was an actual tutorial, I feel like. I could totally get how I made that or how I did that. Though maybe there's an advantage there because that was me and I kinda remembered like I kinda remember now how I did it, you know? I actually made three of those. Yeah, this is the other one, but this doesn't have any covers and look what happened now. The thing is dirtified. The other two, I cannot find them. They're probably like hidden somewhere, but yeah, I think it's time for me to turn these into that mini sketchbook now. Hello, I am back, and this is the progress so far for the mini sketchbook. Um, Already cut it in pieces. I mean, in a shape so that they're all similar. Also, because it came from two different sketchbooks or whatever those were. I think those were sketchbooks. They had different toned papers, but that's okay. I really don't mind it, but I just kind of made it assorted. So we have like white papers here and tanned, which is super nice actually. I really do enjoy that. And then I did this part right here. It looks kind of messy, but that's because I have to rethread and all that stuff. And I'm using an old thread, if I'm being honest with you. I'm probably still using the same thread and needles that I was using in that freaking video. But also, I cut up this cardboard already for the cover, right? However, I just realized something. I remember I now know how to crochet. And I've seen a lot of people making crochet covers for their notebooks. I'm sure as heck I'm gonna do that for this one. It's not going to be like super complicated or like a grandma square or like with super cool designs or cool type of crochet stitch. And it's because I will be using a multicolored yarn anyway, so I'm just gonna let the colors of the yarn do the design, I guess. I will be using this yarn. For those who watch my crochet talk videos, you will know this yarn. I used it on my socks. So yeah, I got a lot of these leftovers. I still got a lot of balls of these. Gonna use it as a notebook cover now. I don't know how it'll go. Should I watch a tutorial for it? Maybe that's a good idea. But I have like an idea of it though. Probably not perfect. Maybe I should watch a tutorial, honestly. And I finished it. Look at this thing. It's so adorable. I just glued everything on the cardboard and then the cardboard on the side because I cannot be bothered. I think I used a multi-purpose adhesive because I just cannot be bothered using a glue gun. But yeah, it also works. And the multi-purpose glue gun, not glue gun, no, that wasn't a glue gun, the multi-purpose adhesive. You know what, I'm just gonna say multi-purpose glue. Yeah, that thing actually works with fabric or yarn, so that's good. See, this is not coming off. It's there forever. But I love this so much. It's a little thickish. And I even started drawing already. Look at this. Ta-da! This is the intro to this sketchbook. And I'm super happy about this. You know what? I just realized that I'm also running out of pins because it's been such a long time that I've been focused on digital arting that I didn't realize that I'm running out of like actual cool pin to draw with. And I usually use these and I need like a thick one and I couldn't find one. So I ended up just using regular pens, which are actually one of my favorite things to use for like rough sketches. They're so good. They're so smooth. They just glide through any kind of paper. So don't underestimate the power of cheap regular pens like this. They're really good for sketching, honestly. I can't remember if I showed this earlier. This is the third small sketchbook that I made literally 5 years ago. It's been 5 years, brother, and I still don't have cover for this. So I'm definitely gonna cover this and actually finish the thing because I have drawn some things in here, but you know, not really finish it. There's a lot of empty slots. Anyway, that's all. And I'm so happy. I feel like I will be sketching a lot again traditionally. But that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you guys start DIYing your own sketchbooks too. Anyway, keep getting inspired. Keep creating. Have fun. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye.